Hello guys, and today I'm just gonna push this back a little bit so you can see cute face. Okay, but today we're going to be doing a how to maintain or like take care of your doll. And you don't really take care of them, you just hygiene wise, how to keep them clean, how to keep them looking nice. So yeah. So the first thing we're going to touch on is where to keep them, because that's probably the most important thing ever. Make sure the thing you're putting them on isn't too hard, because that has been proven to dent vinyl and stuff and mess up the hair. It puts this weird thing in the hair. So something soft like this. Bouncers work great. Baskets with blankets work great. Anything you have that's not rough or anything, obviously, because that could scratch paint off. That could pull hair out. It can tangle things. So I recommend bouncer, blankets, or even a spare mattress if you have one. Just anything. I have my dolls in a bobby, a basket, a bassinet thing basket. Here, I'll show you. It's just that thing back there. And I also have a spare one with it's just a wire bin with a blanket over it. So those work great. And so yeah, that's pretty much where you keep them. And you need to keep them out of the sun. Which is, it won't hurt them that bad if you put them in the sun, but as long as it's not too hot, it's fine. Don't keep them in the cold, because that can crack their vinyl. And yeah, and don't keep them somewhere with pets, because pets might ruin him. Even if you think your dog is super well trained, dogs get into things sometimes, and they don't mean to do it, but sometimes your doll gets damaged. So next thing we should touch on is if your doll has rooted hair, is you're going to want, here I'm going to go get the brushes I use, you're going to want to keep it untangled, but you don't want to brush it to the point where it falls out, because that can happen. Usually artists will glue the hair down pretty well, well not glue the hair down, but glue the hair inside the head pretty well, but that doesn't mean it won't snap at the middle, because it is finer than regular hair, like human hair. So be careful with it. So what I use is for straight-haired babies, that just goes down on the scalp. So when I comb it, it has to touch the vinyl. I use these. It has the soft bristles, so it doesn't scratch anything. But for curly hair like hers, I just use this so I can just go up and curl. And I also use water. I don't recommend using the conditioner unless your doll's hair is super frizzy. I don't use conditioner on hers or Carter's or Morgan's. I just usually use the conditioner on Ella's or Chloe's. Chloe and Ella are the same doll, but we kind of switch between names. And as for keeping the vinyl clean, I would recommend, if there's dust on them, you can use a toothbrush to get in the cracks. You can use a damp rag. Only use a damp rag if you absolutely need to. If it's just dust, then just dust them off. And do not use cleaning products ever. If you want to get something cleaned off, I would recommend sending them to an artist. If it's a stain, I recommend sending them to an artist so they can clean it off and then repaint it. Because it might take off paint. So that's what I recommend. Unless you're very confident in yourself, then yeah. And yeah, for clothes, don't put on anything dark, any dark colors like navy blue, black, and don't put on regular normal jeans. And you can put them on them, but you have to put something underneath them. So, if you're wearing jeans, then I would recommend putting socks and leggings on. Socks are important because the jeans can still rub on the feet even if you have leggings on. So, that's what I recommend. And, yeah. So, I think that's it for clothes. Same goes for hands, mittens, and long sleeve if you're wearing dark blue stuff. And yeah, so that's all for clothes, I think. Not anything too rough. This is kind of on the rougher side, but it has an underskirt, so I'm not too worried about it. So nothing too rough. Same goes for jeans. Jeans can be kind of rough and scratch paint off and stain them. So okay, now for picking them up. Do not pick them up by their individual limbs, because that can loosen their zip ties and they can fall off, or strings can break off, or the cloth can rip. So what I recommend is picking up the cloth body and the head. Make sure the head, because it's the same thing. If you don't support the head, it can stress the fabric, and that's not good. So yeah. So Like, just pick them up, like, here's, like, an example of what you could do. You could go like this, or you could just go from the other side like this. And then you can go from there. Just make sure you don't, like, drop anything. Make sure everything is supported. Because the legs and arms usually aren't that heavy, and they'll usually just support their own weight. But if you feel like you need to, then you can pick those up, too. Just might take a little more maneuvering, but my dolls don't have that heavy of limbs, so it's not a problem for me. Yeah, so don't try and feed them anything, obviously. They don't need to be fed. They're dolls. But, yeah. I know that in some videos you see them with, like, fake formula, but it is fake and the bottles are sealed. So if you want to do that, then make sure to seal your bottles with silicone or, like, a Ziploc bag. I'll actually show you how I seal mine. So, just don't give it to them. Don't give them a bottle that's not sealed. So this is one of mine that I have. And I usually just film it from the bottom so you can't see the tip. But it's just a Ziploc bag in there. But you can't tell from here, but it's a Ziploc bag. And so the milk does not get past there. And some bottles come with covers, but sometimes I think that leaks. And yeah, so I don't recommend that unless you test it first, because it might not work. Yeah, or you could also use silicone, or I know some people have used like nail glue, but be careful with the nail glue because I know it can be kind of bad for the bottles. Just make sure it's not going to melt anything because it can screw up the plastic. I recommend silicone is the best bet because it's more flexible. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Don't wash the hair. Like I said, same goes for the hair with the final. It's no products except for baby conditioner. I recommend actually going on the Bountiful Baby, not Bountiful Baby, but they sell baby doll hair conditioner, especially for them, for the male hair. Unless your doll has human hair, then go for the ones specifically made for mohair. And I don't even know about human hair because I don't have any dolls of that, so I'm not an expert on that. But yeah, after taking them out in the car, I recommend if you do not have a car seat, if you do have a car seat, then put them in there because they are realistic dolls and the cops might get a little bit confused, or like passerbys might get scared, and you know, you can get in some trouble for that. You probably wouldn't get in trouble, but you'd slow you down if you had to get like talked to by the police officers. So, but if you don't have one, it's absolutely not necessary. I would recommend carrying around a bag or like a blanket to wrap them in, and then yeah, or like a box or something, and then or just put them in like a football or something. Just make sure that nobody can see them if they're not situated correctly. So yeah, that's my advice for taking them out. And same goes for out when you're out and about, like if they're in a car seat and the car, make sure you take the safety precautions needed, make sure they're dressed appropriately. So like so nobody comes up to you and freaks out like your baby's falling out of the car seat. Yeah. Also, it's obvious why you would not want that to happen because it's a doll and you don't want it to get ruined. So yeah, just make sure you follow the safety precautions of a real baby so nobody freaks out on you and like call someone. But, or if you're worried, you can like get a sign that says I'm a doll, but that's tacky, so, but you know, you do you. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much my advice. Just dress appropriately, don't put on products, etc., etc. And yeah, so I hope you found this video helpful, and if not, if you find anything I could improve on, or anything you would like to add, then go ahead and comment down below. And yeah, so just, I really appreciate the criticism and the support that I get. So don't hesitate. If there's something wrong that you'd like to see improve on, comment. But one thing I understand already, the camera is pretty bad, but I'm only able to film with the good camera after 4:30 for certain reasons. So I try and film that time, but it's really busy after that time because I have to do things with my mom. So I try my best, but I usually don't do those videos unless it's for like a roleplay video. But for talking videos like this, I don't think it matters too much. So I know you can't see all of her lovely details, but I think you'll survive. But yeah, again, just comment down below, like the video if you liked it, and if you didn't, then comment down below. And if you feel so like it's needed, go ahead and dislike. Again, I'm up for constructive criticism. And I hope you guys enjoyed and found this video helpful. I've said this twice already, but it's okay. And yeah, I'll have another changing video up soon. Probably of either her or Chloe. And that'll be the end of this video. Goodbye! If I can end the video. Bye!